Hi guys, it's Scissors. I am filling in for Dancing Rabbit here on the Pagan Perspective. It is Saturday, and it is the first week of Death Month. So this week we have been talking about death and funeral rites. I personally do not have really any experience with funerals. I've never been to one. While I have had family members die, I have never been to a funeral because it was way too far away for us to be able to go to, and so I don't really have much experience. I have had the subject of my funeral come up a couple of times. I think it was when I first started out studying Wicca. I had a friend at the time who was also dabbling in it. She had read a couple books before me, and I was borrowing her books, and she was never really serious about it, I don't think, but she asked me one day if I died, what would happen with my funeral, because she was worried that my family would give me a Christian burial and then it would be disrespectful and blah blah blah. I don't know why she was that worried about it at that point in time. Maybe she was considering killing me, I don't know. But anyways, it made me start thinking, and I actually did have a conversation with my mother about if anything were to happen, just because a Christian funeral with, I don't really know what happens, but I don't think that I would want that for me, seeing as that, I'm not Christian. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought about it for a while. I never, actually came up with any kind of solution. I do have a couple friends who would, take over. I asked them, and they said that if anything were to happen, they would take over. And I'm going to make sure that I have somebody around who knows vaguely what to do when it comes time for me to pass on into the next life, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck with a Christian burial, and that doesn't sit well with me. And I also don't want to be buried. I don't like the idea of my body being pumped full of chemicals and then thrown into the ground in an area where it's not really going to do any good except for the trees and the grass in that one area that is only set aside for burial. I mean, nobody enjoys those trees. Nobody really enjoys the grass that much. Yeah, it looks pretty, but people aren't generally happy when they go to, cemeteries, so not that I have anything wrong with those plants, it's just then you're putting all those chemicals in the ground, and I don't know, it just kind of seems anticlimactic. And I just don't like the idea of all those chemicals being put into the earth for no reason, just so that people can look at me. I mean, it's a body. It's not me anymore. I'm somewhere else. So I would personally like to be cremated, and I don't know if I would want... I do want my ashes to be scattered somewhere. I don't know where. I mean, I'm only 18. I don't have to worry about that right now. But I would want my ashes to be scattered somewhere. Maybe if I have kids, having some of my ashes in a little locket type thing that they can keep with them. Or mixed into clay and have something made for them. That would be kind of cool. Or something like that. But in general, I don't want to be sitting on a shelf doing nothing, and I don't want to be buried in the ground chock full of chemicals and crap. That would actually be harming to the earth. But yeah, so that's really kind of all I have to say about funerals. I'm actually going to do a little bit more research. Oh, I did have one more thing. I had a teacher in 9th grade. She was my biology teacher, and she already has it paid for, and ready to go when she is ready to go. She is going to have a Viking burial. She's going to be cremated and put on a boat and shoved out to sea. I think that sounds really neat. I might actually look into doing something like that because I think that sounds really neat. It would be really interesting and different and kind of fun. I also want people to wear white at my funeral. I think I'm gonna request that because I feel like that when people wear black, they're trying to protect themselves, especially at a funeral. Black is a protective color, so you're obviously trying to protect yourself. It's not about respect, I don't think. It's mostly because it's just traditional, but I don't want people to be trying to protect themselves. I want people to... I want the atmosphere to be lighthearted and kind of happy, I guess. I want people to celebrate my life. I don't see the point in just being sad. So anyways, that's my ramblings on death and funerals. I hope I said something interesting. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Mucha love and blessed be. Bye.